A few days ago I started working on my 5th dream game. The last 4 games are buried alive in the Unity hub, but this will be different because I finally decided to start making videos to have some nice feedback and make the game more balanced and more fun. The game is going to be 2D, it feels like 3D, so easier to explain. It will be a top-down game. The idea of the game and inspiration came from games like Zelda, Terraria, and Ark Survival. The only big problem I have, I have never made a top-down game before, so this will be a big challenge to overcome, but I think it's possible with the help of you guys and giving me some feedback, and I can make the game better, so we can get into the development. So I found an awesome character and I started to figure out how to make animations for a top-down character. So the way it works is one character is actually 3 of them. Because it's a top-down, there are multiple views, so that means more work for me. So after the animations are done, the obvious step to take is working on a proper player controller. I didn't want to have an animation mess like this, so I decided to make a blend tree. The way it works is like a controller joystick. You move it around and depending on the location of it, it blends into new animations, from idle to walk or walking forward to walking left. I got a bit off track and decided to change the 2D sprite to a 3D model, and I guess he was doing some sort of meditation or something. I don't know what happened to his body, but yeah, good luck to him. Also, giving some feedback or some cool ideas to add to the game would be very helpful and very cool to add because the game is in very early development, so adding any ideas wouldn't be that hard. So the movement uses an old input system, which means no controller can be used, so I had to rewrite most of the code so I could use a better input system, which easily supports any device input, even a digital pen for tablets. I don't know why you need that, but it's great to have it, I guess. Messing around with the controller movement, I clicked something and opened up a secret debug menu, which is cool, but I had no use for it, so maybe in the future I'll need it, so I guess it's pretty cool. I switched it up, and if you press Control Backspace on my keyboard, it will open up, and if on a controller you have to press both joysticks in, so if you need it, here you go, I guess. Also, I added a direction detection and the movement started to just fall apart, but it was a simple fix, so it's all good. Now, getting away from the movement, because it's finally done and a bit getting annoying just making the movement, I decided to work on more animations, like attacking and, colliders and all that interaction, so let's start doing that. Now, the player can attack and see animations, but that's the most of it. You can just see the player changing the sprites. But I think it's pretty lame and some interactions would be nice for the game. Like, in most of the games, breaking pots is cool. So I decided to make a pot that can be broken if you hit it. Now, after I made the breaking pot, which actually took quite a long time, but it was done, I got a bit, off tracks and I just added like 30 pots and just started breaking them. It was pretty fun. Now, breaking pots is probably the most interesting part of the game, which I think shouldn't be like that. We should add maybe like a death, so the player can just play infinitely. So that means health system. Now, in my mind, I wanted to add a Zelda-like heart system, but it was a bit not so complicated. I just didn't like it. It was just felt really not good. So I decided to make a Terraria-like health system. I really like the heart system in Terraria, so I decided to add it, and it took me almost 3 days. It's actually really hard because there's a lot of things you have to do. But after hard work and a lot of pain and getting really fucking annoyed because nothing was working, it was sort of done. It needed a lot of math, but it was done. So we need to add some sort of object that could, deal damage to us, which I thought is a good idea to add cactuses. So the cactuses were done, but I had this error working on that. Editing the collider button just disappeared. I looked into it and there was no really there was no way around it, so the only thing I could do is restart Unity, which took like a really long time, like 5 minutes, which is a lot. So if anyone knows, it would be very nice if you can explain how to get around it. So overall, the devlog 1 is finished. It took me around a week or two because I had a lot of things in my life to do. So I think for the devlog 2, I want to implement a procedural generation. So if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, like the video, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the other videos I make, like the devlog 2, or maybe you have a suggestion for another video.